What's going on, guys? King Shrats here, back with another video on the channel, and welcome back to kind of another episode of King's Unfiltered. Yeah, this is actually a re-record because we had a great episode for you guys. You would have loved it. We had some Wendy's.
It was the best one yet.
Fantastic. We talked about some great things. Now, if only we would have pressed the record button, it would have been, I mean, spellbinding. But we forgot. Long story short, so there was no upload, but people were still asking on yesterday's post, like, you know, where's the episode? And I was like, about that.
See?
Yeah, I went to Wawa. I got a $48 quesadilla, which I waited 3 hours for, and
that was the best thing I've ever seen. No, I'm not even kidding.
I ordered one thing from Wawa, two things. I ordered corn chowder, which is already made, and a vegetable, quesadilla, and it took.
Still waiting for it.
Yeah, it didn't come, basically. So we were all disoriented. It is what it is, but you guys might be familiar with what we have today because it's actually Lian's kitchen, which I've done multiple episodes on the channel. I said this in the actual video when I recorded it, but the reason I tried Lian's kitchen was when I told him I was doing the highest rated Chinese food in the area, he said, you gotta go to Lian's kitchen.
Oh, yeah. Which one did you do? What was the highest?
Boulevard.
Hasbrook Heights?
No, the one, remember the one we used to go to when we worked over there?
Oh.
That was number one.
But this is...
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah.
This is the best Chinese food in the area. This was his call. He said, you gotta do Lian's kitchen. And I said, no way. And I actually went, and I'm not gonna lie, it was lit. I had a bunch of things on the menu I've had a billion times. You guys have seen this because I've gotten it every single time I've gone there. But, once again, chicken teriyaki. It is better than the stuff you get at the mall. It is just so good. I gotta give you credit on that one. You guys might not know this either. Let me show you this too. But, this right here, this is spicy string beans and shrimp with white rice. I've never had it, but I decided I was gonna get it. But you guys might not know this. This is a fun fact. He's actually the best food critic in the area. Now, if he actually made like actual fucking content, you would know that, but he doesn't. Half of my recommendations come from him. There's 3 more on the way.
Oh, I got another one for you.
I'm not even joking. He tells me you gotta try this, you gotta try this, but he doesn't do it himself. I tell him all the time, he'd make amazing content if you actually made content. Because you're actually good at rating food.
You should review food.
I do.
I know.
You don't.
I know.
But you're good at it.
Well, I mean, I just know what's what.
That's kind of the point.
Yeah?
Yeah. That is good. What sauce is that? It's not spicy.
That looks good.
It's not spicy. It's like, I don't know what to call this. Hold on. Almost similar to what you get with sesame chicken, but a little more spice to it.
Tangy.
Yeah, but the green beans themselves. I love fresh green beans.
I don't really like string beans.
I love string beans with the snap.
The only vegetable you like, right?
I eat cabbage, broccoli, carrots.
You used to not be big on veggies, or am I lying?
No.
Oh.
Like growing up, I didn't eat anything.
Yeah.
As I got older, peppers, onions.
It's good, right?
Only things I can't eat still, I can't eat lettuce. I can do kale, spinach, corn, of course. I just can't do lettuce and, of course, pickles. But other than that, and pepinos, cucumbers. Can't do that. This is damn good. I'll tell you. I said this in both videos. If you live in this area, you gotta go to this place.
It's different. It's like...
How did you find this place?
You know, I don't even remember.
Remember what it was?
Yes. Yeah.
Remember what people used to do at that old place?
Forget it. If you're talking about steel,
Yeah.
I mean, that poor... They robbed everything. They even took the curtains off that place.
It used to be known, because, you know, it was a Chinese restaurant beforehand, but they must have, like, bought it and just, like, kept the same facility. It was a restaurant called Mayway.
Yeah. That's right. I couldn't think of the name.
And Mayway, for some reason, also had a liquor license. So you could buy Chinese food. Some of the places around here do, but you can get Chinese food with, you know, like
Hennessy.
whatever kind of beverage. And a bunch of idiotic kids in my high school used to try to order from them all the time, make them come all the way, all the stuff. And then we get ID'd and then obviously not get it, but they eventually...
Everybody used to steal from there, though.
That was what I was going to. Eventually they resort to just going and taking shit.
Yeah.
It was like, because it's in a neighborhood that's like not really the best.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know the town, like, most of the town is pretty suburby.
Suburby. Yep.
Yeah, make them do suburban.
Yeah, make them suburban.
But this particular area is a little. It ain't the hood. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, you know, but it's the closest thing to the hood you'll get around here. So, people used to just walk in there and just grab and run.
Yeah, and nobody did anything.
No.
They just take it.
Because they were behind the counter.
That's why they're not there anymore.
Yep.
Plus, you know, they didn't really want any trouble. You know? What? What?
Why?
No, they understand what it is.
What is it?
They
Tell
didn't,
them
want,
what it is.
they didn't want any trouble.
What does that mean?
Listen, it means exactly what it means.
Yeah.
Well, Jackie Chan said it best. Right? He never wanted any trouble.
Never.
Right?
Jackie Chan was the most dangerous person alive at one point.
And what did he used to say?
But he was afraid of people.
Yeah. What did he used to say?
I don't want trouble.
That's how he said it?
I'm not saying it like that. I can do Carter.
Yeah.
What you mean, man?
Yep. Exactly.
Jackie Chan never actually fought anybody.
No.
Which is impressive. He did, how many movies did Jackie Chan do? Like 90?
Easily. And he threw like a ladder at you. But
He
that's
would
about the extent of it.
He would not fight you. People would start fights with him. He would beat him up, but he would never actually fight him.
Yeah.
He would like run around, jump
He
through
would
a ladder.
punch you in the face, catch you while you're falling.
Yeah.
Help you up.
And then like help the other person.
Yeah.
You're so good at
The
that.
best. Want some Miss Lo Mein? You like Lo Mein, yeah.
I love him, man.
Yeah. Here, have a little bit.
What am I going to do?
You gotta carb up a little bit.
Do you got enough?
Getting too skinny.
Ah, me. I'll take a spoon. I love lo mein. Leave nuts.
They have the best. That's a fact. Sometimes you know how lo mein tastes. I don't even know what the word
Too
is.
greasy. It's like
something.
oily. It's like oily.
This they keep the flavor of like lo mein. I can't explain it.
This is the stuff that I talk. See, and this is what I'm talking about. That's what like Denzel. This is what I'm talking about, huh? This is exactly what I mean. His food critic skills. He actually explained exactly what I said in the video. When I tried their lo mein, I said they do it right because it's not drowning in sauce.
Yeah.
And it still has like the sesame oil flavor, but it's not like greasy.
Exactly.
Which is tough to get because if you go to like a just a regular mom and pop, because this is what this is. Mm-hmm. Whoa. And it's a regular Chinese food spot, like real small, nowhere to eat in there. There's like maybe 1 or 2 tables, people behind a counter. But their food, even if it's affordable, they make stuff that most places just don't make. Mm-hmm. Like, I got one time from there, like these Chinese pork buns. They had like this soft bread, and they stuffed it with like roast pork. Unbelievable. And it cost like $2.
Interesting.
You hit it right in the head. Great food critic. Phenomenal.
That's the best around right here.
I'm telling
fine.
you. Half of the stuff I eat, he eats too.
Yeah, about half.
Well, there's only 2 things you don't eat.
Yeah.
Oh, 1, because I haven't had the other one either.
Which? Oh yeah, no, can't do that. Can't do it.
I'm gonna.
No, you're not.
I have to.
No, please don't. No, honestly, listen. I'm looking out for you. You're not going to be the same.
Everyone likes it.
All right. Since when does everyone mean anything?
Can I say it?
God, absolutely. Because
Okay.
this is, look, people understand what it is. They're a fair audience. They know if she calms down.
Confession time.
Yeah.
No, cover me. It's fine.
I know it.
I'm going.
How come I can't put it anywhere? It's going to cover something.
Before I turned on the camera, he had this because there's a big thing of rice next
I basically built the wall right over everything.
to him. He starts eating the wall. The Chinese food containers like this.
Great Wall of China.
He's eating. He's like this.
Yeah.
I said, "Why are you covering your food?"
I was like, what do you mean?
He really did. He did though. It's bad. That one last time? Oh, that.
What, the one you're not going to do?
I'm gonna do it.
No.
There are 2 kinds of food. Well, there's one kind of food I've actually never eaten. And it's heavily requested by you guys. And
How can that be?
a lot of people want me to eat it.
Really?
Yeah, man.
I think they're like pranking you.
No. Some of them are people I know personally. They like it. My sister loves it.
No, a lot of people do like it. I don't know. We're the outcast of that.
I can't say I don't like it. I've never eaten it.
But you know.
I have like a bit of PTSD about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's be honest. I mean, there were a couple experiences that we did have. Like the one guy coughing up,
Yeah, that's true. All right, we'll go. All right.
Come on, that's weird. I've never seen anything like that.
But here's not to flesh the story out. Okay. The food itself. Now, before I say this, because I have to cover my own butt,
You're okay.
it has nothing to do with the actual food and nothing to do with the people. because it's just I just haven't tried it.
Right.
So
It's fine.
it's Indian food. So many of you guys keep asking me the Indian food, and I keep saying coming soon. Now, I only have bad experiences with Indian food, and that's the problem. I've never eaten it.
Right.
People around me have. Now, you don't know this story, but this is a true story. There was a kid growing up who lived next door to me. This is when I lived, like, the town over. Indian kid, we were friends. He stole my Ninja Turtle van.
Van?
I had it like a toy van. Like, you could fit the turtles, and it was pretty big, though. It was a decent-sized van. So,
Good piece, by the way.
wait a minute.
The van.
Oh, yeah.
Need that.
That was like my favorite toy I had.
I know, I get it.
So this kid, I go inside, and I come out, and it's gone. And so is he.
So,
I know he got my shit. So me, being me, you know, like, I had just moved from the hood, like being real. So my first instinct wasn't to tell anybody. It was to run up in his house and get my shit back. So I did. Had the screen door open. Y'all know how screen doors work, you just got a little latch. He had a latch, so I banged on the door, and when I banged on the door, you know how old screen doors were, like in the 90s?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was like, as soon as I hit it, it flew open.
yeah.
So bet I ran in there. It's on his kitchen table.
But you had to fight the smell of it.
Not just that. It's on his kitchen table and this kid's eating.
Oh.
And it's next to his kitchen table, so I grab it. And of course, his first instinct is to grab it. Now, he's got food on his hands, and the food gets on the van, and it gets on me.
Oh no! What a great story.
This is a true story,
That's
bro.
a defense mechanism.
You're so fucked up.
No, he used it. Wow.
So the food gets on me and on the van. Without thinking, I hit the kid with the van, so more food goes flying.
Oh, hit and run.
I smacked him in the head with the van.
You had to pull an Indiana Jones.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Good for you.
So I hit him with the van, and I go home. So my mom obviously sees me covered in Indian food, and she tells the story, and I tell her what happened. And he doesn't tell his parents. So my mom, you know, she's from the hood too, but I told you got your van back? Yeah, no problem? Yeah, bet, boom, game over, right?
Right.
No problem. Yeah. So, the problem after that was, I couldn't get the smell off me for like 3
No.
I couldn't get the smell
Terrible.
off. I couldn't get the smell off me for like 3 days. And imagine,
I'm so sorry about that. You know, I really am, though. It's why? Right? Like,
it's a very strong smell.
I know.
That's no denying that. It's like a strong smell. So, I'm not used to seeing food like that. I never smelled it before. I mean, it made me like lose my appetite. I couldn't eat for like a day.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, because let's be honest. Look, in all fairness, right? If something smells off to you, it's over.
and it smells off because you never experienced.
And look, let's
Yeah.
be honest, in probably many capacities, yeah?
Yeah.
God forbid, right?
Yeah.
So, what would, you know, something smells off, you just, no harm, no foul, do what you're gonna do.
No,
It's not for
it
me.
Rarely. Look, I have experiences like that with food in black culture, food in Italian culture.
Oh, exactly.
It's nothing to do about.
Exactly.
I can't get over smell, so I
Well
never ate
said.
it.
Right. Yep.
When you just said, what was the story you were going into next?
What do you mean?
Because there are multiple instances on why I have this.
Oh, that thing. I don't even want to relive that. We were just over there.
We worked at a gym.
Yeah.
Our boss, at the time, had a fiance who was Indian. Now he was like, when I say he was white, he was like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like
Great question.
Americana white, like not like cultural, like he. You couldn't say he was Greek. You couldn't say I didn't even know what national, like
No.
ancestry he had. Is
Right.
what I'm saying. Like he was
Exactly.
just like a quote unquote white guy. You know.
A white Anglo-Saxon Protestant.
Yes, that kind of thing. Where just burgers and fries, that kind of stuff. But he had an Indian girlfriend, and she cooked food for him. So he used to sit in the back. You were there, it wasn't me, so I don't know what happened.
Yeah. So, I was on the computer, and now I smelled what it was. My back was turned. I said, "Oh, okay." His girlfriend cooked. Fine. But then, about 5 seconds after that, he starts coughing up everything. And every time he's coughing and good. He's like, "Wow, that's good." I'm going, "What? This is good?" And then when I looked and turned around, he was gold. He was eating gold. I was like, "Hey, Miguel, is that
His name was Mike.
Yeah, I was like, is that, are you eating 18 karat gold? Like, he was like, nah, it's good. I was like, but are you okay? At one point I got nervous.
You see his eyes were red?
Oh.
Like he was like,
This.
but it was spicy.
Forget it.
A lot of Indian food was spicy, no?
Spicy as anything. I mean, it was singeing my nostrils. So at one point I was concerned that he was like, nah, it's good. You want to try it? And I was like, no, man. Look, you enjoy it. I just wanted to check on you. So, like, no, like, that's a true story, 100%. So I was a little concerned at that point, too. And I'm saying, man, this guy, like, he's eating this every day. And if he's dying over here, why would anybody want to do that to themselves?
It's true.
So, and the smell was just, I mean, I can't even go to the bank over there. You know?
Wells Fargo.
Yeah. Tell them.
There's an Indian restaurant across the street from the Wells Fargo our bank is located. Obviously, there's more branches, but there's a specific branch. And the smell is pretty strong.
It's tough. It's strong, yeah. Can't do it. Not for me.
But it's not just Indian food. I can give you multiple examples. Black people, culturally, they don't eat it growing up in my house, but a lot of my family members did. And the food that a lot of people still eat, some of y'all might eat it too, chitlins.
Can't do it.
I probably told this story on here, but I was in high school, and my grandma lived with me for like the last few years of her life, and she rests in peace. But when she got sick, she moved in with my parents. Obviously, I was still living at home because I was like, 12. And she was one of them people that, like, I don't know, a lot of old people get like that. Like, they get in the mood for something, and they get fixated on it. Like, they gotta have it. So, she had this boyfriend. My grandfather was long gone. Rest in peace again, but she called him up. Remember, she was sitting in the bedroom because she had her own room, whatever. But you could always hear her because she had a cigarette lighter. She could never, like, get it to work. So she spent like 30 minutes, like, click, click. That's how I knew she was awake, because I just hear her clicking over and over. And he calls him up. She goes, I'm in the mood for chitlins. Come bring me some chitlins. Now, I figured he was going to bring her a cooked dish. Oh, no. Not cooked. He bought her, like, a bucket, because they come in a bucket. Like a big tub of raw chitlins that she had to cook. Now, this was at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and I had to go to school. So, she has this bucket. She's like, oh, I'm gonna make these. You're gonna have some of these, David. That's what she told me. My name. You don't know my real name, it's David. But she used to call me David, which is my actual name. But she said, you're gonna love these. So I come home. It was a half a day. I'll never forget it. Half day, we got home like 1 o'clock.
Love half days. Oh, best.
So I get in the house. First of all, it's like May. So it's kind of muggy out.
Oh,
It's hot.
I can just imagine this.
It's humid. I get in the house is like 117 degrees, like a sauna. And it smells like actual shit. Like hot shit. And she just had this bowl, like a big ass pot on the stove. My room was in the basement, luckily. When I closed the door, I didn't come outside. I couldn't eat them because it stunk so bad. Like I was gonna throw up. Now, you'd ask a lot of black people to tell you, oh, you just gotta get over the smell.
No.
Why would I want to eat something where I can't get over the smell?
Exactly. Never get it.
Because there's an Italian food like that for me too.
Oh, forget it.
Tripe.
Disgusting.
You probably have more experience in tripe than I do.
You want to talk about stink? I can't even explain that smell.
I can.
What? It's burnt organs?
Yeah.
But like, that's weird.
It's an intestine. I just feel like there's certain, and I get it, like, in America especially, we have a culture now where we don't eat like the whole animal.
Right.
When we eat food. But in most foreign countries, or people who come from more impoverished backgrounds, so
they had to make the best of it. They ate everything.
They make meals out of whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of soul food comes from that kind of stuff. A lot of Italian food comes from that kind of stuff, especially in the lower region, Sicily and that kind of place.
Yeah.
So, tripe is actually like, isn't it your stomach, right? It's your stomach lining.
Did you ever see it? Looks like a honeycomb.
The web. Oh my goodness.
God, I can't even think about it.
Exactly. So if you've never seen tripe, just imagine like this pale colored. It's like pale. And it's the lining. You can see the lining of the stomach. It's so gross.
I can't believe that they still sell that. Like, it's if you go to the grocery store, it's right there.
I think it's going more by the wayside.
Ugh.
I feel like the older people, like just like black, like a lot of like most younger black people, like we don't. I feel like everybody, my aunt's age, aunt's age and up, like they all eat chitlins. Now here, it's more like my family in the South still does, but nobody up here does. It's rare, But in Georgia, they still do it.
Because,
What?
you know, it's like a tradition, right? And traditions die off eventually, too, you know?
When you're poor, you got to do what you got to do. And I understand that. See, poor people...
Yeah, but at the same time, I think they like the taste.
Because it probably doesn't taste bad.
Oh, no. No. Stop.
Come on, you know poor people make everything taste good. You make meals, that's what you do.
I know, but come on. You're eating guts.
I can't do it.
I mean, me either.
I feel like one day I'm going to have to.
I have a rule. Well, 3 rules, really. I told you this before. I have a lot of rules.
That you do.
If something smells off, looks off, or sounds off to me, I can't do it.
So there are no foods that don't smell good to you?
No. No, to me. To somebody else, maybe not.
I don't know.
You like to test me. Go ahead, I'll listen.
No, I'm just thinking.
I know.
You've eaten West Indian food and you actually liked it.
But it didn't smell.
But you know what it is.
Yeah, but I didn't really get creative with West Indian food either. I
What?
ate the basics.
You eat goat? You eat
I
goat?
got tricked into goat soup.
you ate it.
I did, and then when I found out, I was angry.
But that's what I'm saying. Before you knew...
Yeah, but, well, because it smelled... I was told it was just regular soup.
Of course, they're not going to tell you.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And then she said, it's goat. I said, what?
That was your ex, right?
I said, I'm the goat.
That's how you ended up in that situation, right? There's somebody you was with.
Yeah.
That's how it happens.
Yeah, and nobody told me.
They're not going to tell you, bro.
I felt very, what do you call it? They turned their back on me with that. Because they knew. They knew I don't eat that.
When I was in college, I was talking to a foreign exchange student. She was from Germany. Now, I don't really speak German, even though I'm part German.
Oh, I don't even like where this is going. Because Germans, you know, they...
She had breakfast, which was like bread and sausage.
Oh.
You eat sausage. I eat sausage. Sausage, right?
I'll be honest with you. I have to talk myself into eating sausage these days, though.
Really?
Yeah. Because if I start thinking about it... Ugh.
But sausage isn't scraps, though.
It is, though.
Nah.
Hot dogs, they're throwing a snout.
Sausage and hot
They're
dogs are
putting
not...
a snout in there.
Not in sausage.
I think they do.
Nah, I'm
I
telling
think
you.
so. That's why it tastes so good. Because you're right. Some of that stuff does taste good, but you don't want to know you're eating a nose. You know?
Hot dogs, I agree with you.
Oof.
You ever eat a pig's foot?
Oof. Oh, I can't do it.
Me
That's
either.
another one.
Chicken feet?
Oh, my father used to go nuts for pig's feet, and my grandfather.
My grandfather, too.
Oh.
And I'm talking about the white one.
Listen. Yeah, of
No,
course,
yeah.
because that's from the old country over there. I mean, I know a lot
Yeah,
of
but black
places
people
eat
eat
it. No,
pig's
I
feet,
know
too.
they do. They eat chicken feet too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the pig's feet, like they have a ball with it. Oh God, there's like 10 different ways.
They be chewing on it like... Yeah, like...
Why would you want to eat a foot? Look at how poor you are.
So there's nothing like poor that you would eat.
You're better at testing me on this because sometimes I'm like,
I'm trying to think of
I
stuff.
know, but think about it.
But the German girl
Why do you think Sicilians used?
used to.
Well, I mean, back in the old country,
They eat horse.
yes, but for the most part, they would chew. That's why they eat gardoons. What the hell's a gardunya? It's a leaf. They would graze because that's all they had.
Collard greens?
You're lucky if you caught a fish. Yes, collard greens.
I love collard greens.
I don't know if collard greens grow rampant in Sicily, do they?
No, but I'm saying like that's the same kind of thing.
Right.
You know, like
That's why Sicilians all go bald.
there's some of that like grits, collard
You love
greens.
this. That's why Sicilians go bald. Because they had no protein. I'm telling you. You know, if you can catch a horse, they were pretty fast. I don't know.
Didn't they eat the ones that weren't fast anymore though?
Probably. But I mean, I don't think that's the whole country, too. That was like, you know, like I don't think they're proud to eat horse.
I don't think it's like I don't think it's a big deal though. I think they just eat it. Like they don't look at it like us.
Yeah, but I think they'd rather gamble on them than eat them.
Well,
Yeah, you know?
I don't think everybody over here is Tony Soprano. That's probably worse. The German girl gave me.
Oh, yeah.
She had bread, and she had what was called blutwurst.
Blood sausage? Ugh. Disgusting. I was just talking about that the other day.
I'm so stupid that I understand basic German, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together.
Blood.
Literally, blood sausage in German is blutwurst, which literally means blood sausage.
You need a little Wayne there to help you. You see that? This blood. Right?
I don't think that's the same kind.
Yeah, not same thing.
So, the sausage was kind of dark. And I should have been strike 1, but I bit it. You could taste like the iron in it.
Oh, stop.
I'm serious.
I know. Like you could taste the bilirubin.
Hemoglobin.
Exactly.
Tony Stark.
Yeah.
You could taste it. And I know a lot of different cultures eat blood sausage. It's not just Germans.
Argentina.
A lot of Hispanic people, Filipinos eat blood sausage. But we can't get over that kind of stuff. Like, can you eat whole fish?
With the eyes and everything? No.
Why?
I probably could. Like, that's more... If I was starving, I probably could do that. Because I'm not gonna lie, when they do it in the movies when they're stranded on the islands, it looks pretty good.
It is good.
I know, but like with the eyes, you know.
You mean like eating the eye?
Nope, not the eye. Yeah, like looking at you.
Cause you eat pork.
I do eat pork, but what about the fluke?
No.
What?
Why do you gotta do that? I know what you're talking
How
about.
you gotta do that?
I'll tell a story.
Well, fluke. Look at you from side. Just look at me both eyes sideways. God bless.
This guy's he's a
Let me tell you
sad.
something. No.
There have been multiple times, probably in the
Stop.
last like 10 or 20 years, that I have found a particular
Pretty kid. Right?
She still
You're
is.
90.
I just can't look.
No, great kid.
I can't look at her.
Yeah. No, you. Well, she's looking at you, kid. God forbid.
He ruins stuff.
No.
I can think of multiple times where this has happened, but this particular incident that he is alluding.
Santana? Yeah.
They're doing it versus.
Yeah.
Particular incident. Pretty girl. I'm like, yo, you think she's pretty? He tells me that she looks like a fluke. You know what a fluke is?
Yeah.
A fluke is a fish with both of the eyes on one side. So like they're flat and they can see because they're looking up, but they stay on the ocean floor. So of course, me being me, I Google a picture of a fluke and lo and behold, she looks like a fluke. I said this last time.
The whole thing was a fluke anyway.
I could never look at her after that.
I know.
He also said that another girl resembled Joe Button.
That's her co-flounder.
She doesn't look like Joe Button.
No. She's going, oh.
She doesn't look like Joe Button!
All day.
No way.
I'm telling you, you didn't see it right.
What do you mean?
I can't. Look. If she, God forbid the day she puts a backwards hat on, it's over.
I'm pretty sure you can find her.
She's going to be like, do your thing, mommy, do your... I'm telling you.
There's been more than that. But those are like the two I can always think of where you just... I don't know. Like, you just ruin stuff. He tells you somebody...
I used to stop. Remember, you said don't tell me anymore. I just stopped telling you things.
There was another one, but I can't even think about it right now.
Wow.
Like, you use prominent actors, former U.S. presidents.
But did I do this? I'm just pointing it out.
There's gonna be no one left in the world when this is all said and done.
Well, I mean, I look like a lot of things, you know.
Booger.
Stop. That's the best one of them all.
I can't even tell that one.
No, you can't.
No,
Can't do it.
that one can't tell.
Can't do it.
You can't unsee it once you see it, though.
I'm probably a barracuda or something. It's all right.
Can't unsee it. Poor kid. Doesn't matter.
Nice.
Here's what
Yeah.
Nah, he ruins stuff. You do this all the time.
No. It's about. What? You haven't? You do it.
When have I ever done that? When have I ever said somebody looks like somebody?
You say somebody looks like Al Bowen.
They do. Mm-hmm. Don't they not? Do you not see it?
I don't know.
They look like Alan Baldwin. Yeah, you're right. I did it. You're right.
Actually, I feel like the sister more than her now that I think about it. Right?
She looks like a pout. So okay, so she's Stephen Baldwin. She's a Baldwin.
Very good.
They're the
The whole
Baldwin.
family. They're the Baldwin sisters.
Good.
Good.
Nice kid.
Very good. Yep. No, great kid. They're all great kids.
Looks like Alec Baldwin.
Phenomenal. Well, I mean, I like Al Bowen.
It has nothing to do. I like Joe Button.
Right. Well, it helps because imagine if there was somebody you didn't like, it would make it even that much
I
worse.
like Joe Button, but I don't want to take him on a date.
Correct.
Like that's the point.
Naturally. But look, we all know what it is.
That's the point. I saved a video. I always do this.
Oh boy.
I had to. I saved a video.
Brittany Renner.
Oh yeah, no, we going in on that.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta go on that. Gotta go
Go in
on
on
that.
that.
All right, I'm sure most of y'all are familiar with who Brittany Renner is. Now, I don't usually like bringing up like pop culture kind of stuff, but this more piggybacks off of the whole Dr. Dre thing from last week.
Exactly.
Last week, I said Dr. Dre broke up, or his wife, or her alimony settlement was $3.5 million. And some people, I might have said it wrong because, you know, I had some adult beverages. Some people corrected me and said it was $300K a month, which you're right. But what I was alluding to was that it's $3.5 million a year. Like, if I spend $300K 12 times, you're spending 3.6.
Which way you slice the pie?
It's $3.6 million a year. Some people are like, okay, it's chump change. But that's besides. Now, the point is, in this particular case, Brittany Renner is Insta famous, social media famous, whatever. She's a model, influencer, very attractive woman. She wrote, it was either a book or like something where she told all those stuff she did with like rappers, athletes.
Right.
She was naming names, and that's fine. Like, I'm not here to discuss that, nor do I even care. Like, if that's what you do, like, if you get involved with somebody, like, you got to be ready for the repercussions of whatever it is. So anybody got named in a book, if you're mad, like, don't do it next time. But the whole thing is that there's a basketball player. I forget his name, but he's young. I think he's 22 now or something like that. Now they just got they broke up or something, and he has to pay her. I believe it's $200K a month. I gotta double check.
Wow, was it that much?
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you think, did she admit that it was a ploy? That was her intentions? Did she admit that?
No, of course she would never admit that.
Well, that one, she'll admit anything. I mean, she's gonna write a book. The bus, you know?
So, yeah, so okay, I'm right. More or less, and this is what's been coming out, and this is like a meme version of it. It says, PJ Washington, that's the name, plays for the Charlotte Hornets, has signed his baby mama, Brittany Renner, to an 18-year deal, meaning the age of the child until the child gets older, which pays $200K a month. It's 43, can you do the math? That's $43 million, bro.
Yeah.
Now, it might not last that long. If he retires from the NBA, then it can be augmented and all kinds of stuff like that. But the whole point of the matter is that how they met. Brittany Renner was 28 years old when they met. I believe he was 18. He was a freshman. I think he was at Kentucky. Again, I could be wrong, and wants to correct me, knock yourself out. I'm sorry, but that's not the point of the story.
Right.
She met. She started coming to his basketball games. Of course, she's making advances. He's making whatever it is. They end up becoming a thing. They have a baby. Now they're broken up. And he got the come up. She got the come up. That's what everybody's saying. What compounded things was that he posted on his own personal Twitter, and this is all it said. You were faking it all along.
Oh, poor guy.
I think that's wrong on so many levels. And a lot of people will be like, you know, I would never fall for something like that. I think you're not looking at it in perspective. Brittany Renner, like I said, very attractive woman. Her reputation or whatever it is, notwithstanding. Even if you knew what it was when you signed up. You are 18 years old, one. Yes, you are a legal adult. Nothing illegal about it. But at 18, you have no idea what's going on in the world yet. No offense to all my 18-year-olds watching, but there's a lot of things that you'll learn. She's 28. There's a lot of things you'll learn in that 10-year gap about how the world works. He probably was not thinking about that.
Yeah, that's a 10-year gap, all right.
Actually, he's an 18-year-old at this point.
Get it, all right.
No. If I was in his position, I'll be the first person. I said this to him. I would have fallen for it too. At 18, I would have fallen for that. You're 18 and a woman of her status, more famous than you, popular, extremely attractive, probably can teach him things that he's never even thought of. Long story short. When you're 18, you're extremely impressionable at that point. So some people are thinking that she literally targeted him because of it. I don't know if that's true. But anybody who's clowning him, it probably would have happened to you too. And me now? Nah. Me then? Yeah. And you said that you probably wouldn't have fallen for it at 18.
Me, personally.
Yeah.
100% I wouldn't have fallen.
How can you say that?
I didn't think I fell for anything. I didn't fall for myself at 18. You remember me at 18?
People you dated when you were that young,
Yeah.
would you now have dated them? Forget the details.
Yeah, how would I answer that? I don't really know. That's a tough question.
Given how the relationship was, how you guys, and like,
Yeah, but it's hindsight.
I'm not talking about
hindsight, though, so it's hard to answer. You know?
hindsight. Is you now though? This is literal.
No,
hindsight.
I know, but those things didn't happen, so I would have to say, yeah, I might,
So
because
you
it wasn't. It was okay in the beginning.
So you wouldn't have dated Brittany Renner? You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't fall for that shit now.
Yeah, but the threat of Brittany Renner far supersedes the threat of who I was dating. What's the worst that could have happened there?
You could have gotten caught up. Could have happened.
Yes, exactly right. But nobody's going to get 200K out of me. I'm also different than this kid.
No, you're not rich.
Right. That's like the big point.
I'm trying to mold the two scenarios together. You then with money. So, the type of caliber, and I'm not saying that the people that we talked to back then weren't attractive, because they clearly were. Like, we dated them, duh.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
The caliber, like, I know a lot of people.
Yeah, but you don't strike me as a clout chaser anyway, even at 18.
But it's not clout chasing if they come to you.
Yeah, but you're still like entertaining it.
Well, of course you are.
Like,
you would entertain it.
if Catherine Zeta-Jones
At 18.
At 18 would have came up to me, I would have.
Was that your celebrity crush?
One of them.
Okay.
I would have probably stared at her for about 5 minutes straight.
And what if she says, "Stop staring at me and kiss me"?
Great question.
That's what I'm putting it that way.
It just doesn't seem. It's like a fantasy.
But that's what I'm saying. The fantasy became a reality for him.
I don't believe these girls like me. I mean, she likes me.
But she's saying she does, and she's saying, "Hey, I want."
She could say a lot of things.
Okay, but if she said, "Come here," you're not going. You get what I'm saying?
I hear you loud and clear.
Think about celebrity crushes, celebrities, whether it's women, men, whatever gender, who you like, somebody you found really dope on the internet.
There's also a big difference to doing what this kid did. I mean, he slipped up.
A lot of us have slipped up in our lives. It's how I wouldn't exist if there wasn't for a slip up.
Yeah, but how many slip ups are like this?
The slip up is the culmination. It's an expensive slip up.
Culmination.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you gotta see, like, I don't know, I can put myself in that scenario because to a certain extent, like, I'm not a clout chaser, but I can I'm trying not to, like, okay, my own person.
You went away to college.
And it happened, but I didn't like,
you didn't end up in his scenario.
Because I got lucky.
Because you have a brain too.
I got lucky. I didn't start finding stuff like that until I became like less Drake and more Future. If you get what I'm saying, like I wasn't really that. I can't say Future had like 8 kids, bro. I can't even say that.
Yep.
But you get what I'm saying. Like I was toxic when I was a kid, so like I wouldn't do that because I'm not falling in love. That's how I was. You know what I'm saying? But me at 18, I was ready for love, bro. It was different. Like I believed the things that women told me when I was 18. Me at 20, I was like, out my face. Yeah. But me at 18, impressionable, college freshman, don't know anything, you haven't been around, you don't see nothing. Like, you learn a lot of stuff in college. He didn't have time to do that. He left as a freshman. Like, he was there for a semester or two and gone. You don't know enough back then. So if you get on campus and Brittany Renner sliding your DMs talking about, yo, like, I want to come through, you better believe I'm telling her to come through. That's Brittany Renner. So it's not necessarily just like a clout chase. It's like when I was in college, Facebook had just started popping off. Like mid to late 2000s, right?
Right.
Like 09, whatever the hell it was. But I was in college, Facebook had just started popping off for real. Before that, you couldn't get Facebook at every campus until like the late 2000s. Then it got like real big. And it made the campus a lot smaller. You started meeting people that you wouldn't meet on your own campus. You're talking, 20, 30,000 people at a school. You don't know everybody. Now, if you're an athlete, it gets smaller for you in the first place because women tend to chase after you. In my case, that was the case. So if I was on Facebook and I saw a girl that looked good, like, I don't know, you Facebook. Like, you remember the poke?
Yeah.
The poke back then was like the equivalent of like leaving a hard eye on somebody's story or like spam liking their pictures. It just kind of let it know, like, yo,
that's
like
what that means.
That's what the poke used to be. I don't know what it was now, but back then, like, the poke was something. Like, I used to wait. I'm not even joking because we used to joke about this in the locker room. Like, we used to be like, oh, I see all them pokes in here because like girls would poke you, and because it was just like it was like a nudge, like what's good. It wasn't saying nothing, but you knew. So if you saw it and the girl looked good, you would be like, oh damn, she's dope. So what would happen after that a lot of times is you would see the girl on campus or you see her at a party and it broke the ice. You didn't have to say anything because she knew who you were and vice versa.
There was already a connection established.
But you were already bopping before you met her. When I say bopping, you was like,
I know what you mean.
You was like into it. You know what I mean? Like it's old thing, but. You was already kind of like, so you would see him, and you kind of like see him on the internet and be like, man, if I ever see this girl, you know what I'm saying? Like that. So then you see her. What do you think happened? Now imagine if that girl was Brittany Renner, bro. Imagine if you're a verified freshman college basketball player and Brittany Renner, her of millions of followers, is coming after you.
You don't think that these kids today, even though they're 18 years old, aren't aware of this because of the generation they live in.
Not too
See,
many.
we didn't have to worry about this.
Bro.
Because we didn't know anybody potentially that was social media famous.
Like I said, Facebook was right when it started popping off. So not
yeah, but nobody was Facebook famous.
Kind of.
Who?
People had hella friends, and not like
but
that.
It didn't mean anything.
Not millions. Instagram had just started at this point, so it wasn't really what it is now.
But I think that's a big play. That's a big thing to know.
Yes, because
you're going to be
groupies
more
have
aware
always,
of it, right?
But groupies have always been a thing.
Exactly.
Like I'm sure there are plenty of girls like that would. I know for a fact. I mean, girls went after athletes in college for the same reason. It just got a lot easier to get at athletes in college now because you could poke them. You get what I'm saying?
So yes. So why she probably makes more money than he does?
Then why is she getting $200K a month?
That's right. That's my question.
That's my point.
I don't know. That can't be right.
It's all over the place right now.
I don't know. Social media is a lot of.
I don't know what his contract is, but it's usually commensurate to your income. And it has nothing to do with the woman. It has to do with the child's welfare.
Right.
So
then if the child's welfare is in jeopardy, why doesn't he take the kid?
Look, that's for the courts to decide.
Exactly.
I never understood that whole thing. Like saying that he's not fit and she is and so on. I never... Somebody got mad at me because I said that last time. They said I came off as ignorant. And like, I think you kind of misunderstood what I was getting at. Like, it has nothing to do with male versus female or anything like that. It just has to do with who decides these things. What are the predetermining factors? Why didn't he get custody?
Correct.
And why is he paying child support?
Right.
If she's well off, which she is.
She is.
Yes.
That's
So
what I'm saying. Probably
why is she
more than
getting?
him at this
Why is she getting $43 million? Is that for the kid? Like it does not cost that much to take care of a kid under any circumstance.
Yep.
Like I'm sure my parents haven't spent $200K in my life, bro. Just being real. Like probably not. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a lot of money, and it's just like he got. Matt Leinart got. I don't know if you know this. Blake Griffin got. Did you know that Blake Griffin?
I know.
Blake Griffin and Matt Leinart. If y'all know who Matt Leinart is, I'm sure I know who Blake Griffin is. Blake Griffin is a pro basketball player. I think he plays for like the Nets now.
Yeah.
Matt Leinart was a Heisman Trophy winner at USC in 2003. He played for the Raiders. He had a big contract signing bonus because he was a first-round draft pick. Back then, there was no cap. Like they got money.
No cap.
Yeah, like Matthew Stafford. All those got money. So there was a basketball player at USC, and Blake Griffin played for the Clippers. Matt Leinart obviously was at SC. Then he played for the Raiders. She got babies by both of them.
Oh, both of them? Wow.
At one point, I believe she was getting like $250 a month, something like that. Yeah. It's like, now you get what I'm saying. It's crazy, bro. Like,
yeah, but who comes up with this stuff? How could a judge with a straight face bang the gavel and say that?
because it all comes over like cost of living or like and what you make.
Yeah, but then it's not for the
See
kid.
if I can find this real quick.
It's not for the kid then. It's for your cost of living.
This is an article from 2013 from TMZ. Matt Leinart's baby mama, Blake Griffin's my new baby daddy. She was a basketball player at USC. She had a baby with Matt Leinart, and she just had a baby with Blake Griffin. From Matt Leinart, she was getting $15K a month, and Matt Leinart was retired from the league at this point. So she would have been getting a lot more if he was still seeing him checks. In other words, it comes off of how much you make currently.
$15,000. How much more does she need to take care of the kid?
There you go. That's my point.
Have a baby about me, baby.
That's my point. Now you know Blake Griffin has bread.
Yeah. He holds the record or something. Doesn't he like pay the most?
Yeah. Blake Griffin has a net worth of $110 million. He's still playing in the league till this day. And they just had a custody war with his baby mom. You see, I'm not making this stuff up, man. Like, he had to go to court to argue how much money and support we paid to her because she has two of his babies. Part of the deal was based on the fact that Griffin recently signed a $173 million deal to play basketball.
No. All right.
She had a celebrity lawyer, I'm reading this, who argued to get more money.
Oh, okay, that's cool. All right. How many kids you got? 2? Yeah, okay. $50,000 a month, I think, should cover it. Who comes up with this stuff?
Now you see, because I was saying the last time, and you was like, I don't know. You see what I'm saying?
No, I know what it is. I'm just saying the details. Is he going to bat an eyelash? No. He could probably pay off the whole 18 years right now.
That's not the point.
My point is, how does the judge even agree to this?
Now you see what I'm saying.
Talk about a conspiracy.
Now you see what I'm saying. Now you see what I'm saying. Like, it's crazy to think some of the money that some of these people are getting because they get caught up.
Yeah.
The child should never have to be an issue in this. I'm reiterating stuff because people go, oh, you're ignorant. The child is not the problem. It does not cost $50,000 a month to take care of a child.
The system's the problem.
This is why we got to be careful. And this is why, as a man, there's more things that people don't realize when it comes to this stuff. That was my point originally. She got him. Like, I feel like some of these people do this stuff on purpose.
Of course.
Like, I got him. Like, ladies and gentlemen,
what does she do? A scouting report? And she's like, all right, I'm gonna get this guy.
I know how much money Blake Griffin makes.
No, I'm Brittany Renner. How does she pick him out? That's like a serial killer.
Have you seen the roster of names that she's hooked up with?
No, I didn't read the book.
I can only think of one off the top of my head. That was Lil Uzi Vert. She was with Lil Uzi Vert.
Now he does what he wants, so.
But but Lil Uzi Vert was smart because he was like, nah. Like, he kind of like ghosted her.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
I can come. That is the best. I knew I loved Uzi Vert.
Because he was smart.
Of course.
But
you don't run his life.
Yes. It's not easy for men in that position to not fall into that trap. As an 18-year-old man, boy, child, he's a man technically. Like, imagine being him. Like, yeah, I don't believe that. I know that you now, like me now, no way in hell. Like, but you at 18, you might have fallen for him. Like, how not? How do you not fall for that?
Even if I was to fall for it, you gotta be. I was still a smart, relatively 18-year-old though when it came to things, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like this guy, forget about it. He's just having a.
I was born when my parents were 18, so like I realized what. Yeah. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. That you're talking about like
for it, and then there's throwing your life.
If you're talking about the text message, the late text message.
Correct.
Yes.
That's right.
But it's hard sometimes for these dudes.
Yeah, it's hard sometimes. I know.
She said it too. There's a video of her that's going viral now again where she says, she says something about it like if you really want to get the bag, like all these NBA dudes do it without protection. You got them. I swear to God. I can't play it on here because it'll get copyrighted. But she says it.
That's terrible.
That's what it is, though.
No character. Why would you promote something like that?
I think you don't understand the toxic woman culture that has come.
No, listen, I understand.
Ladies, I love y'all. And I say this every time, and I say this respectfully, and I truly believe this. Like, the modern woman, not all of you, only the guilty need be offended. I'm a big proponent of that. Like, it doesn't mean every woman is like, no. But a lot of women these days, y'all got your priorities dead wrong. And y'all used to be better than us, but a lot of y'all do the same stuff that men do now. And I'm not absolving men again, but y'all do a lot of the stuff that men used, like, y'all used to make men, if you really had like a standard, you made men like earn your respect. Like, I'm not talking to you. You're for the streets. I'm not. Now, like, I meet y'all in the street. Like, it's different. It's just different in 2021. Like, the whole vibe is different now because I was reading the thing today. I think I took a screenshot of this. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is what I'm talking. Like, I did. All right, check this. It's a text message. And this is real. It went viral on Twitter. It says, it's from a guy and it's the woman's phone. So the emoji is this in the emoji. That's what it says. Like, that's the emoji. And he says, I want to see you tonight. She says, no thank you. He asks why. She says, I'm no longer interested. He says, oh wow, why though? She says, I don't know. I was curious. I had it. Now I'm good. No hard feelings though. You cool. And he goes, all right. That was the whole thing. And then people on the internet started telling her, you know, that's really mean. And she's like, I don't care if it's mean. Don't be whack with your, you know, game in that department. What? And some women in the comments were like, oh, you tell them, don't be whack with it. Like, the double standards when it comes to that. Could you imagine if some woman that you were into and you said some stuff like that to her? You wouldn't think that. I would never in a million years say some stuff like that.
What she told him?
Basically, like you're, and she went on. She said basically like
She said it was no good.
She said it was terrible, and then he proceeded to fall asleep like he actually did something. I'm going off of what I remember. Like he actually did something, and I ended up telling him I had to go to work, but I don't have a job. And then she went on to like continuously bash, like, you know, if you have an issue with it, then get better in bed and stuff like that. Could you imagine if I said that to somebody? Like, people think that that's okay. I don't understand where it became, like, acceptable. And I'm not absolving men of their BS, because men are rude. Some, not all. I don't find myself being rude to women. I know you're not either. Like, I wasn't raised that way, and I never will be. So, if I'm not attracted to you, I'm not gonna bash you or anything like that, because I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. Like, it's a cold world out there. I'm not trying to add to the fact that everybody's wrong. Mm-hmm. Are there dudes out there like that? Yeah, 100%. I know there are. But I would tell them the same thing. Like, when did it become, and women used to be, like, better than men in that department. Like, y'all would demand men to be, like, to get better or you'll never get with me. But now, I feel like there's a lot of women, they expect husband energy from no ring. And they expect boyfriend energy from we're just talking. And that was where I kept going at the whole thing about buying someone dinner. Like, that's something that I would do for you if I'm your boyfriend.
So you might, I don't know how you feel about this, but I think we've kind of touched on it before, but I know where this comes from. This had to happen. Look at all your movies, your music. Everything points in that direction.
You talking about the hot girl summer and all this?
Exactly.
Yes, I agree with that.
You know, like, a lot of people idolize celebrities and people in the media.
Yeah, broke boys don't just no kitty.
So
I know that's right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So if these are our idols, quote unquote, what do you think's gonna happen?
But my point is, you're right. But my point is this.
You know, there's somebody else pulling the strings, right?
But Cardi B can say that. She's rich.
Yeah, but the effect, she can say whatever she wants.
But she's
not because
right.
just she's rich.
But if she's rich, I couldn't see her want to talk to a broke dude. I can understand that. But if you work at Kinko's,
yes,
shut up.
She's sending a message.
I agree. I know where you're coming from.
That's the point. Because if you want to break it down, I mean, look at how she earned her money. Nobody to tell anybody
initial money.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Not to tell anybody how to make a living. But if you want, look, if somebody is going to brag off of becoming a millionaire off of the stock market, I think that's a little bit more
prestigious.
Yes.
See, I don't care how you make your money. If it's legal, it's legal. Your hustle is legal, it's legal. I know some of the stuff she got caught wasn't exactly
it wasn't legal.
Some of it wasn't.
That's what I'm saying.
I understand what you're saying with that.
So today, people promote this and idolize it and commend it. It's like, look, as cool as mafia movies are, they glamorize it.
They usually don't end well.
Yeah, right.
They don't end well.
It's a bad life. Nobody, you know.
Like, everybody wants to be Tony Montana, but
exactly.
You watch the whole movie.
Exactly.
It didn't end well.
It doesn't end well.
No, I agree with that.
So people emulating this stuff, it's only going to happen in a society where we're probably the most easily influenced society.
Well, social media has changed the world.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So these women think they're Megan Thee Stallion.
But you're not.
Well, of course.
That's my point.
Megan Thee Stallion's not even Megan Thee Stallion.
I'm not going to act like I'm Drake because I'm not Drake. I can't take you to Dodger Stadium and have you on the third base line.
Right.
Just because I met you.
Right.
And if you want a Drake, you better be Megan Thee Stallion.
Yep. And
Period.
that's the power of...
But I'm not trying to be somebody that I'm not. And my whole thing is, if you want to be Megan Thee Stallion, like, even Megan Thee Stallion's not Megan Thee Stallion. She got a man.
Exactly.
She got a man.
Right.
Now, she's an artist.
Right.
She makes music.
Persona, probably.
That's my point. She might not be 100% like that.
That's what I'm saying, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think people just got the game wrong because I feel like, and I can only speak on behalf of the things, like, on one end to the other. I know there's women that have a completely different perspective on things, but a lot of women, they expect boyfriend energy from someone you just met.
Correct.
That's wrong. Why would I take you to dinner if I just met you? I don't know you. That's boyfriend stuff. If I'm your man, like, yeah, I got, like, whatever. But if I take you on a date, and I was saying this before, I said I wouldn't pay, right? I think it got it twisted. This is what the true story if I've ever went on a date in the first time. If I take you out to dinner, which I might, if I take you anywhere, I don't care if we go to Dairy Queen to buy ice cream, right? Wherever it is. I expect to pay, especially if I asked you. Like, I'm gonna pay. But to me, it says something about you if you didn't at least check your wallet. If you didn't say, like, offer to pay. Like, that's big for me. Like, if you just didn't even say anything, I'll probably never talk to you again.
Yeah?
Nah, because that just shows me that you have this sense of entitlement, and I don't think that's a good partner in a long-term thing. If I take you to dinner, I'm taking you there because I'm looking for something serious-er than, whoop-de-whoop. Like, that's like Taco Bell. But if I take you on a date, and I take you for real, we put on clothes, we go, and you don't offer to, like, I take you to a steakhouse. Like, because y'all talking about, I'm not worth this. So what if I took you to an expensive steakhouse? Now, I don't know if anybody's ever eaten an expensive steakhouse. We both have. Expensive steakhouse is for two people. You're going to pay about $300. Possibly more. I've spent $500 on a dinner at a steakhouse. If you ordered the left side of the menu and you didn't even like offer to like do something, I first of all would object and say, no, I got it, it's cool. But if you didn't offer, that just leads me to believe that you're like entitled. Like, I wouldn't take you seriously after that. It would be the equivalent of if you wanted to date somebody and the first thing I said was, hey, come back to my place. You would be like, how serious do you take me? Do you get what I'm saying?
I hear you. Somebody made actually a good point. Once in a while I read the comments. Somebody made a good point. Somebody said that the man doing the man thing, like paying, I guess, is the equivalent of, I'm going to mess this up, I don't remember exactly. They said that the girl being hot is like the trade-off.
Yeah,
Did you read that?
There's something called pretty privilege.
Oh, okay. I never heard of that.
Pretty privilege is a thing. Like, people say that pretty women get away with more things than like an average or a less than average, I'm talking society-wise, would get. So,
but meaning like the girl looks for the money and the guy looks for the attraction. That's the trade-off. Not that you're paying for it or she's looking for it, but that's like the way women think. They see money bags. The way men think they.
I know what you're talking about. Yes, yes.
Feel me?
Yes.
Like that's what I'm saying.
And
I think there's actually some truth to that.
Partially.
Partially, yeah, partial.
To me, if that is your overriding factor, then you are looking for the wrong things in a relationship. I'm not telling you as a man that you should not find somebody that you find attractive. Right. Of course you should.
I think that's like the instinctual part, though.
Of course, but that's not the number. No, that's like the number 7 factor.
No, of course not. But I think that's. Think about it. Going into it, you don't know anything. I know what you're going to say. You don't know anything about her. She doesn't know anything about you. So she's going to automatically. She's going to look at you and be like, "Yeah, he's alright looking." But she's going to look at how big your wallet is, or what car you drive, and you're going to look at her going, "This girl can be a maniac." But she's got a nice butt and a nice face.
I wouldn't take her to dinner.
I'm just saying, that's what the general population has to go.
And I feel like these days in 2021...
So that's why you want to take her to coffee, and she should go so you can get to know more.
To me, coffee is coffee's a happy medium. That's why I say coffee is a compromise.
Yeah, well, coffee is the best thing.
Well, coffee is a casual date.
Come on.
I
hear you.
Coffee is the best. Because in reality, if what you're saying is true, as a man, the first place I want to take you is to my house.
Correct, but you're not going to do that.
No, you're going to be
because you have respect.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
that's
I
the
get
happy
it.
medium.
But that somebody said that, and it made me think.
I get.
Wow,
No, they're right.
That's what she wants. That's what he wants. So now, what are you going to do about it?
But I've always been a firm believer of looks get you in the door. But that I think honestly, that's, and I'm not dissing anybody who's younger. I think that's young guy BS. I do. I think that once you get older, and you might agree with me on this, once you get older, like looks, like yes, but they don't do as much as it used to on that level. Like, yeah, you might look good, but so?
No, yeah, I understand.
You know what I mean? Like I've had the luxury of talking to plenty of beautiful women in my life, and I'm gonna be honest with you. If I meet you, first of all, if I take you in, we gotta have a conversation, right? If you start talking and like the words that come out of your mouth are like, I'm gonna. It goes right out the door because it's more than that. Like, when I was 20, 21, yeah, cool. Like, I might, but that's not really what it is. And that's what I was getting at.
But instinctually.
Well, of course, yes.
That's what I'm saying.
But
yeah, so.
Money.
Yeah, because money is a symbol of success, and women like successful people.
That's true.
You feel me?
I've agreed with you.
So how do you measure that?
I've said this.
Women see it as money.
Women are going to get mad at me when I say this, but I say this all the time. Clout is a hell of a drug. Clout. Money is clout. Clout is not just famous. Clout is clout. And
power. Yeah.
I have a rating, and I'll call it the P rating because we're keeping it PG on here. I can't say that word because I haven't had enough to drink. But the P rating, you can extrapolate the P how you want to, is basically where you are on a scale of 1 to 10. And as a man, your looks are nowhere near the most important factor. And there are escalators to this rating. So for example, if you are a man who is average looking, but you are wealthy, and I mean wealthy, not just rich, you're wealthy, like money, like I got like, over $500 million net worth. You just added about 3 or 4 points to your P rating. There's a reason why old wrinkly men, no offense to old wrinkly men out there, I love y'all, have trophy wives. Because they have.
But here's the thing though, here's the kicker. Yeah, I agree with you, right? But is there a difference between a girl just doing it because of the money, or she truly finds the fact that this guy's successful?
She would never talk to him if he wasn't.
If he wasn't what, successful?
If he hadn't had that money.
No, but so then it's not really about the success, it's just a matter of having the money. He could have robbed the bank.
Yeah, we don't care about that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think that true success is a turn on for women. Even if the guy doesn't even make millions of dollars, I think having accomplished something.
Isn't that success subjective?
Yeah.
Well, that's the period.
Well, it could be across the board. Let's say a guy who truly likes, I don't know.
What, like the rest in peace, the crocodile hunter? I mean, he's successful at he was, may he rest in peace.
But didn't make a lot of money. Right?
But he was one of the best in the world at what he did.
Yeah.
He was famous.
Right. I think that alone would get people in Australia going.
He's famous. Period.
Yeah, but successful though.
Yes.
So it just so happens he got famous.
Success is subjective. Success can be, it doesn't have to always be money. Because I'll put it this way, and you know this because we live in this area. There is one thing that you can slide your P rating 3 points easily. A badge.
Oh yeah. Yeah, right. Authority. Ooh,
Power.
Power.
Yes.
Something. Right.
Clout. In some way, shape, or form, it's clout. Some way. It could be money. It could be amount of followers on Instagram. It could be subscribers on YouTube. It could be money. It could be power. It could be, what company you run, who your parents are, what family you're from. Clout in some way, shape, or form for women is what looks are to men.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the way because men, at the end of the day, we don't really care how much money you make.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because a girl's going to cheat with a better looking guy anyway.
Well, that's a whole nother
That's a whole other story. That's what I'm saying.
Cheating is one of the...
Bronx Tale. Lorenzo Anello, right? He always says to her, you fell in love with a bus driver. So, was he successful?
No.
He didn't have clout.
No.
So he wasn't successful. His family raised him up. He got a hard-working job. He was a working man. I can see that as successful. He wasn't a millionaire.
Back then.
Yeah, back then, but he equated it till now.
Yeah, but that doesn't happen now. Though,
somebody who works hard, that's the greatest measure of success.
See, what happens usually is I think a lot more people are trying to overshoot their range.
Yeah, and what happens?
They either get shot down or they get rescued. Tiger Woods married his nanny. That's what happens. That can be the escalator. Just like you can, as a man, you can overshoot if you're rich. You can have someone that you couldn't normally get because if you were wearing over a coverall over the Michael Myers thing he used to wear, working at the tire shop with oil all over you, you ain't getting that because that's not what's important to women. Clout is in one way, shape, or form.
That's what I'm saying. I think personally, I think instinctually, whether a woman will admit it or not, success. That guy, he's successful. He opens up his own little.
He just slid up the ladder. You just said he opened it up.
Well, that's what
business owner different.
Oh well, you didn't say that.
That matters.
You just think he works there.
Guy who, like you said, guy who drives the bus, or guy who owns NJ Transit.
Correct, but he's not a millionaire. This guy.
But that's not all that matters. For some people, it's not just the money. And you said it before. You're right when you said this. I'm agreeing with you on this sense. The clout for some people is compatibility in the sense of can you provide for the family and me.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Agreed.
Correct.
A lot of women, I've met some who've actually said this, will play it safe. They'll lay up. They can go for the dunk or they can lay up and they'll go for the layup because it's more sensible for a sense of, I don't really like him, but I think he can be a good provider for my family and me. That's playing it safe in my sense.
Man, you know what's weird? Those are the ones that I feel like work. Isn't that weird?
Eventually, but in 2021 they don't work because you know what happens? This is what people do in 2021. They get in a relationship.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying because you're talking about a Bronx Tale and that movie was set during a different time. Different. People didn't do what they did now.
I know. I'm just trying to talk instinctually because everybody has something to prove too today. So, Lorenzo Anello's wife didn't have anything to prove. She married the bus driver and she was happy.
Of course she was. Because that was a good life for her. It was a good life.
Right.
People ain't looking for the good life no more.
Exactly.
They're looking for the great life.
Yeah. They're looking.
And bus drivers don't provide the good life. So they're not looking at a man who works a 9 to 5, makes a decent pay, they look at that like, so. If you go up to him, I'm not even joking about this. If someone asks what you do, and you're like, I'm trying to think of like a good job. Like, I work construction. Just work construction. They don't look at you the same as they used to. And if somebody else comes along, they're going to hop off this bus and get on the next one.
Yeah, but now you have to factor in the swag. No? Because swag is big. Swag might trump everything.
I'm going to put it this way. And men do it too. Women cheat up. Men will cheat with anybody. Men will cheat with somebody who don't even look as good as your girl. Women cheat up.
What's up to women? Looks or money?
Whatever they find is it's always subjective.
Oh, to whatever it is to them.
Yes, because this is the problem with relationships now. Nobody's perfect in a relationship. The more you get to know somebody, you'll realize that there's something that might be missing from that relationship. In old days, what they used to do is work on that problem. So, for example, woman finds sensible guy, has a good job, he makes money, he takes care of her, he does all these things, but maybe let's say, like, for this example, he's bad in that department, the bed, right? They'll end up finding somebody who can fill that gap. And that's what people do now. They will build a team. People rather build teams now. Women used to be better than that. They didn't do this kind of stuff. One, it wasn't as easy. And two, it wasn't something that people did back then. They had more values. It's too easy now. So, because women got as bad as men, and it's not like y'all fault. To me, women fought back because men were pigs from day one. And now women are also pigs. We're all pigs. They can get mad at me all they want to, but everybody now is a pig. And what people do now is if there's something missing from your relationship or somebody you're talking to, you'll have multiple people to make the perfect person instead of trying to find one person to do all of those things. So if your man is boring, you'll find the fun guy to do on the side. And then you'll find the guy who can just be your friend and give you that companionship that you want. Men do it too. We've always done that. But back then when women cheated, they only really had like two options. Where did 90% of affairs happen in the 80s and the 90s?
At work.
At work. Because that was the only place you met other people. But now you can hop on the internet and meet somebody in 5 seconds. So it's so easy to go look for something and to get it that nobody cares about working on stuff anymore. They just cheat up. They find someone else. They find someone better. It's the same reason, and I hate to say this, but 99% of y'all got a girlfriend. If somebody like Drake slides in your girl's DM, I'm only using Drake because he's one of the most famous people in the world. And if somebody like Drake slides in your girl's DMs, she's gonna fold. Most of them are gonna fold. And I know a lot of them are gonna be like, oh, well, I don't really like Drake. He's ugly anyway. I don't care. He's Drake. That's champagne poppy. Like, say what you want to, but they gonna fold.
You think that moves people?
Hell yeah. Yes.
You're 21.
Of course, when you're older, you might, but still, yes.
See, we're talking about a very specific population.
Ladies, I hate to break it to you, but if some verified blue check hot model type girl comes in your man's DMs, there's a very high probability that he's gonna fold. In 2021, people are only as loyal as their options. And if you have them, most of y'all are gonna fold. And if your option is something that your man or woman doesn't have, most of y'all are gonna fold. You folding. I'm sorry to break it to y'all, but that's just reality in 2021. People cheat, and truth can be harsh, but it can be helpful. Bang! Fortune cookie. That's the truth. That's the truth. I'm telling you this.
People have folded for much less than...
Much less. Much less. Because there's something missing, and instead of communicating to your partner, hey, I don't like our intimacy, can we work on this? Hey, you don't talk to me enough about my day. Can we work on this? Hey, like something. Instead, you go find it elsewhere. It's easier, and it's safer. Because now if your person's acting up, you can just jump ship and move to the next one.
But see, it was so different back in the day too, because...
You couldn't do this back in the day.
Well, because everybody compares themselves today too.
Yes, social media.
So looking
Internet.
at her girlfriend going, oh, he does this for me, why doesn't he? So if he's not doing it, you can communicate all you want.
Do you understand the bubble back then of flexing that there used to be?
Yeah.
Like, if I was flexing in my hometown, it might just mean I had a Beamer, bro, because that's all that mattered here. But now you're comparing yourself to some dude who lives in Cali, or Dan Bilzerian. I know how much you like him. but all he does is flex, right?
Yeah.
So people think that's the life I gotta live. And if I'm not Dan Bilzerian,
right,
then I ain't nobody.
Influential society.
Yes, and you see the fitness model, and if I don't have a six-pack as a woman, if I don't have that then I have no value. So you try to get your value from external resources that really aren't gonna give you that. If you're always searching for somebody to validate you, you will never be happy. Never. Now, you take this to the bank 100 years from now.
So what were the women supposed to do all these years when the guy wasn't doing the right thing?
Tell him to get his shit together or dip. If you're gonna cheat,
that's where it is.
If you're gonna cheat, dip. Leave. Y'all leaving anyway. Leave. Stop staying.
But then you got kids involved, potentially.
Yes. So. Y'all leaving anyway. So what's the difference? The divorce rate is at an all-time high anyway. You're leaving anyway.
But I'm saying, like, with a woman, there's only two genders, right? So at the end of the day, if the guy wasn't playing by the rules, then what was going to happen? We think the girls are going to sit there like...
They did. And that was wrong. They fought back.
Right, they
but
fought
now
back.
And now I said that. Women
Yeah,
fought back.
that's what I'm saying.
Men were always
But
pigs.
there wasn't really an option.
No, I couldn't. No,
There was a lot of
listen.
good men
Here's
out there.
yes. Look again. When I say men are pigs, not ever. I don't think you're a pig, and I'm not a pig. But there are a lot of men who are pigs.
Right. But it's like that's the stigma: is the men were the pigs, the women were the good ones, because there was a lot of bad women.
Yes, but they were better than us as a whole. The percentage has gotten a lot worse now. It's a lot worse. Now women flex on their man. Women will ether some dude about his height or his size or his what. They just like done, bro. Like they're like at the end of the day, they got just as savage as us, and I'm not even mad at that. Like, do you? Like, I'm not. I don't think that's a bad thing because I'm a progressive. Like, I don't worry about changing. I don't mind 2021. My issue is this: stop asking for boyfriend energy if you want to be Megan Thee Stallion and have a hot girl summer. That was my original problem. Like, all that stuff I'm talking about, you want to build a roster? Tell all your team that you got a roster. Stop having a boyfriend and then building a roster outside of your boyfriend. That's wrong. That's my problem. As a dude, same thing. You want to be a player, you want to do all this stuff, do it, but stop having a girlfriend, bro. Like, go do you. Stop leaving this person in the dust and leaving them in the cold because they don't know what the hell's going on. That's my problem. I don't have a problem with modern women. I love the modern women. Modern women call me. No, I'm just playing. But I have no problem with that. I have a problem with people who mislead certain people because they're trying to get what they want. That's where you're a pig. Like you said before, the man who's doing this thing and leaving the girl at home, you're a pig. Leave. Do something. But don't just like do whatever. And people now, like, they don't care. Like they'll have a boyfriend, have another guy, break up with the boyfriend, talk to the other guy, get back with the boyfriend, and then break up with the other. Like, and it's like this crazy ass. And I'm not saying men don't do it. I always say women just because, like, but that's what it's become now.
Well, again, I always say take responsibility. If you're that guy, how do you not know this is going on?
Bro.
Right?
Women are good, bro. Women are, and I've said this before too, women are way better at cheating than men.
Then hire me, people. I will know what your girlfriend is doing. What happened? My button came over? Yeah.
Listen, man. I don't want to be this guy, but you done got before, and I'm not saying I know that you got. I'm just saying you got. You might not know it, but you got. You might not know it, but somebody
But
got.
I did know it. That's what I'm telling you.
Did you leave?
You don't see anybody by my side, did you?
Eventually.
Right.
We all did. I've got before.
That's right.
But it's always easier said than done that first time when you, like, get got.
Come on. It's the easiest thing to do. You look at
I guarantee.
You look them in the face. I told you, they're cheating before I get there.
I'm telling you this, and you're going to disagree. I know you're going to disagree with me.
Yes.
Somebody has gotten you, and you don't know about it.
What do you mean by got? Did something behind my back?
Yes.
But I already knew about it.
No, you didn't.
100%.
I'm telling you. There's a specific, I'm not talking like actual specific. I'm saying there's something that happened while you were together that you probably don't know about. And no, I'm not saying I actually know. I'm hypothetically
You know
saying.
something?
That's why I say, I know this guy's like, listen, you're going to tell me.
You're going to tell me. You got to know it.
I don't actually
Doesn't
know.
matter. I already know.
No, you don't.
I know everything.
Somebody has done something to you that you don't know about.
And I hope they're watching because they know that I know.
Do you know specifically?
100%.
Every single incident.
I can't speak on every.
That's what I mean.
99%.
No.
Yeah, but that's not the. But that's not the one that matters, though.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, but that's not what matters.
Nah, because while you thought you were in happily bliss, somebody was probably doing some funny shit behind your back that you wouldn't approve of.
I never thought I was in happily bliss.
Okay. While
Did you?
Hell no.
So what are we talking about?
Because look, I know they're doing it.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's not behind my back because I don't give a shit.
And it's not behind my back because I know it. I know what they're gonna do before they do it.
But but you didn't catch the incident when it happened. You didn't stop it from happening.
No, if I wasn't there, how am I gonna do it?
That's my point.
Yeah, no, 100%.
But that's what I'm.
But that's why it is.
I think that most of this stuff probably happened when we were younger. That we don't like specific stuff now. You're getting no.
I know things. He laughs. I don't even want to know half the time, and I end up knowing.
Mario Winans?
Yeah. It's it's always been that way.
Get what
for
I'm
me.
saying?
I'm agreeing with you.
When you're 16, 18, 20, 21, like, you don't know.
27, 28, 29, 30. Yeah, I know.
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
It's not the same now. I know now. Like, the minute I'm done. Back then, like, you're like, oh, well.
See, if you take it seriously, like, it's a good time. You take it seriously. You know?
But now I can't take people seriously.
Correct.
But back then you did.
Until somebody, whatever.
But
not necessarily.
Because we're jaded now.
Yeah, but no, come on. You took stuff seriously?
When I was 18?
You did?
Yeah. Yes. I did.
Why is that funny to me?
Because it's crazy. Now that I look back,
I don't
I'm
think
like,
I knew how to take it.
bro, I'll put it this way, yo. I've never been a simp, but I have definitely taken women seriously back then. Simping is a whole different level. I'm not, you dudes that y'all do that, like, congratulations. I don't know how you do it. Good job. But no. No way. Back then, I did. I believed that, like, oh, nah, it's okay. She's different. No, she's not. You ain't special. My number one tagline is you ain't special. You are not special. Ladies, fellas, you're not special. It sounds so bad coming out of my mouth, but you are not special. If they tell you they've never done something, they've done it. If they say they're not doing something, they're doing it. You're not special. They're doing it. Y'all gonna say, oh, the right one? Shut up. They're doing it. Y'all just don't want to believe it. Trust your instincts. They're doing it. Am I wrong?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Now you know
Just
that.
No,
Me
I
at
always
18,
knew that.
Me at 18.
You can ask them. They will tell you.
You've always been nuts.
Yes.
But I've never.
That's why I couldn't believe
But I don't
it.
think you're crazy anymore.
Oh, you mean you see what I'm saying now?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Like.
Yes, I was naive when I was like 16, 17. I was naive.
No, I think you weren't that naive.
Yes, I was. I was naive. I'll be the first to admit it. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I'm not gonna lie. I was naive. I didn't realize how the world worked. I didn't realize how full of shit people were. I didn't get it. It's a fact, bro. It sucks. But I had to learn. College, and people, oh, it was just college. This was out of college. This was around college. This was graduated from college. This was before college. But college opened my eyes to the vacuum of what it really is. Because when you're in college, you're in a bubble. So you can see a lot more. It's harder to not do dirt in college because you think people don't see you, but they see you.
Right, it's a certain point of your life too where you're like,
but
you're
it's
just
not
thrown in the mix.
It's not just that. Engaged women, married men, and it didn't matter. But people thought they were slick. Like, people here, if you live in New Jersey where we live, you could have a whole mistress and y'all could go somewhere and whatever. You can't do that in college. People do it now, but they think people don't get seen. But they see you. In college, they see you. Because they ain't nowhere to go. It's different. So, like, the bubble messed me up. Like, there were so many incidents, but I remember there was this one specific time, and I can't really get into all the details, but more or less, there was a woman who had a boyfriend, and we didn't know she had a boyfriend, and she was hanging out with one of my friends, and they moved to another location within the house, which I was just sitting playing Madden with my other friends, and she left her phone on the coffee table. There was a man's name calling her blowing her phone up for at least an hour, bro. Like, zzz, you could just see it. And we're like, yo, somebody might be in an emergency. Same name, guy. Like, who was it? You're not an idiot. Who was it?
Could have been her dad.
It was not her dad. No.
It would have said Poppy on it.
It wasn't an iPhone. You know, iPhones, women had little
Hearts.
emojis with the, yeah, bro. It wasn't the dad.
She loved her dad.
Nah, buddy. Dads don't call at 3 a.m. like that. You know how I know it's not the dad? Because I know who it was.
Oh, okay.
And guess what? They're married. With a kid. You want to know why?
Because test that kid. Oh, man.
Now you see where I'm coming from. And you want to know why he's married? Because he is not nice. He didn't take the mate. He didn't leave. We understand. He doesn't. He didn't. He still doesn't. And he got to live with that for the rest of his life.
And
like
he doesn't know or he does know?
He might know now. Maybe she told him, but he sure as hell didn't know in college.
Oh, man.
That's my point.
Oh,
you know how many instances I've seen of that?
How do you not know?
Because nah, she's a good girl. You know how many times I've heard dudes say, we used to laugh at these dudes. I'm telling you, they don't know. Like, all you dudes out here that don't, women clown you, bro. Like, I'm being honest. Again, sometimes y'all need to hear the truth. Women have you in a group chat, bro. They be clowning you to their friends. They clown you. The stupid stuff you say in text messages, they screenshot it and send it to their friends. The simping that you do in DMs, they screenshot it and send it to your friends. I've been sent these screenshots before. They clown you. Stop simping. I'm telling you. Stop simping. If your girl is for the streets and you think she's for the streets, leave. Get out. Take it on the chin. It happens. I've gotten, just leave. It's not your fault, King. They don't want to hear this stuff. But they clown you. Men and women are built different when it comes to this stuff. Men don't care about being the other person. If a man is a woman's side piece, he will play his role to a T. Women have a, hey, I want to have a woman-to-woman chat. Just want to let you know that your boyfriend was blah, 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 blah. It's different. Ain't no dude doing that. They starting to now because TikTok done changed the world again. But you're not special. You've never done this stuff, so it's hard for me to explain to you.
Exactly.
But have you ever watched a man simp like this?
No.
Do you understand what a simp is? I explained this to you, right?
You explained it, but it still doesn't make any sense.
A simp is a man who has...
would pay for a woman's underwear.
No, not just that. It is someone who showers someone with affection and attention, and it's not reciprocated. You act like this woman is the world to you, and she acts like you don't exist. You blow her phone up with text messages because she gave you her number so you think you're interested, or you slide in her DMs and she gives you one-word responses and responds to you 3 days in a clip. She's clowning you. You are a meme. She's joking with you. I'm not kidding with you. Women, those little funny suggestive pictures that you send, they send it to their friends in a group chat. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Stop doing that. Stop simping. That's a simp. Put it this way, and I know you know the answer because I've seen you operate. If you were texting a girl, so you met a girl, she gave you her number. No, she never gave you her number. It's happened to you in your life.
She's not giving me a number. Go ahead.
You've met women and they've talked. If you were talking to a woman, right, and you texted her, she don't answer. Are you gonna text her again?
No.
Okay. Okay.
No.
Now, if she replies to you 24 hours later, are you gonna take her seriously?
No.
Why?
What happened 24 hours ago?
They will continue. They just continue because they think, oh, she's just playing hard to get. That's a simp. Why won't you reply? Because nobody doesn't look at their phone for 24 hours, bro. And you know that.
That's why I don't take it seriously from the jump.
I'll give you another scenario. Stupidity, again, one-on-one. You're talking to a woman. She goes out with her friends. Her phone dies. You take her seriously after that?
She shouldn't have a phone in the first place.
If she does.
If she does...
She goes out with her friends. She's texting you all through the night.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the phone just dies. You don't hear from her the next day, 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
No. It's not for me.
Why?
Because, no.
Why?
Have a backup.
Ain't no
You're
way.
either going to have no phone or 3 phones.
Ain't no way, boy.
Yeah.
Scenario number 3. I'm telling you the shit that women do. Phone died is a big one. Scenario number 3. You're talking to a woman. Y'all live around the same area. She texts you at like 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. Hey, babe, I'm going to sleep at so-and-so's house tonight. Her friend. You going to talk to her again?
No.
Why?
Because how do I know you're going to your friend's house?
Because she's not going to her friend's house. She going to get her cheese
She
clap.
very well could be, though.
Nah, bro. No, that's the oldest trick in the book. You got about a 10% chance of that actually being accurate. That's the oldest trick in the book. They do it to stay out because they lying to their parents, and they do it to stay out because they lying to you. That's the oldest trick in the book.
That's why I come see him. Give me the address. Yeah, it's beautiful.
And what if they say, "Oh, it's okay.
Make sure it checks out.
Oh, it's okay."
You're 100%.
You
definitely
understand what?
know it's okay.
You know what time it is, though.
Yeah.
Nah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Right? In this day and age, you could Uber somebody, bruh. Come on now. You know, that's what they do. This is the stuff that I could put y'all on so much game that the women do to y'all. Y'all don't get it. I've witnessed it. I'm telling you. I am telling you. We had told y'all last time about the free meal stuff. That's not cap. He's seen it. That's real. Y'all don't know the stuff that they do. Women are much better at this than y'all. Y'all get caught because y'all just have Snapchats in your phone and text messages and shit. Women delete that the minute they got it. They got apps under disguises. They got secret folders. This is none of the stuff I'm saying right now is BS.
So why do men take heartbreak worse than women?
Because we can't process it.
That was the answer? That was your theory?
Yeah. Men
We're
can't.
supposed to pick up where we left off that one time.
Men cannot handle heartbreak like women can because we are not in touch with our emotions. We were taught.
Oh, very good. That's what I said too.
We are taught from birth to not cry, to be a man, to man up, to stop being sensitive. And a woman, if you get a sensitive guy like that who's in his feelings and crying like that, you start calling him soft. So men have
Did we
learned.
talk about this?
Slightly. We went into it. But men have learned to suppress those emotions over the years, and because of that, most of us are not emotional. We don't know how to process emotion. Most men only know how to process like 2 or 3 things. Anger, right? We can process that one. But we can't process like hurt. We don't know what to do with it. And a breakup, because men are not used to letting people in. Women have friends that are like, they let them in. You know what I mean? Like they tell them everything. every little detail, every feeling. Men don't do that. Guys don't talk like that to other guys. We don't like, hey man, I'm feeling really down today. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know what's wrong. We don't do that. So we don't know how to process this stuff. So with a breakup, with a woman, you finally get that first girlfriend, because those are always the worst ones. First, second one. Second one's probably worse than the first. But those first couple ones that you get where you're real serious, you open up to that person. You confide in that person. You tell them things that nobody else knows about you. Your deepest, darkest shit. Like, women get off on that stuff. The problem is now they got it. Now they can get in your armor, right? So when they leave, now all of a sudden that's gone. And you invested all of this stuff. So you lost something that you never actually even had in your entire life, and you don't know how to process it. So most men, when they go through breakups, afterwards, they spiral.
Very good. Well said.
But the most men spiral. I don't want to say this on here, but men start making threats against their own selves to women. If you don't like come back, I'm gonna like. I've seen that because we don't know how to handle it. They become heavy drinkers. They start using drugs. They start lashing out at people. They might break their entire room because they don't know how to process it. It hurts too much, and we don't know how to fix it. Women, y'all go through a breakup. You're in pain, yes, but you go confide in your friends. You talk about it. You can process these emotions. It hurts, yes. But you can identify that pain. So you can talk about it and work through it eventually. And usually after a breakup, women are fine. A month, 2 months, you might still have a wound, but you move on.
Yeah, like a month, they're good.
They're fine.
Yeah, like it hurts, but they're good.
Men spiral. They start like drinking, they can't handle it.
It hits different for men.
Because we don't know how to process that shit.
But also women leave some kind of mark.
That's the mark.
It's weird.
That's
yeah,
what I'm
but there's plenty of men that can process.
Nah, man. We don't.
Not every guy is like that.
I would say the majority of men don't know how to process emotion. We don't.
It's like they don't want to let that thing go either. You know what I'm talking about?
Of course.
You know, that hurt. See, I know. I wanted to say that. That hurts.
Yes, because that's psychologically.
Yes. See, that's the part you can't really.
I can talk about that on here because
That sounds terrible, but there's a truth
it's
to
true.
that.
Yes, every guy I've ever met who's gone through a breakup has gone through that.
That is the worst.
It's the worst part of the whole thing. This is the true story, and I'm gonna try to make this as
No, everything with the armor, that was beautiful. That was lovely.
Because I was talking about the physical.
I get it. No, I know, but then this on top.
There's a physical part of a breakup where you go through withdrawals, and this was what sucks. As a man, when you're with somebody for a very long time, you learn their body, and their body is different than everybody else's body.
How come? It's not, because then it's not that anymore.
Pain.
That is that's the jab right there.
And this I'm gonna get.
It gets you like.
I'm gonna get to it, which makes it even worse. No. You love that.
Stop.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Yes.
Yes.
And while you have it, it's yours. But once you lose it,
no, it's not.
The worst part is after that. Say you try to do something with somebody else, you don't want anything.
No.
The only thing you want is that. Physically.
No. Look, even though she cheated 12 times, you still. I know it doesn't matter.
No, it's that. You want that.
That is.
It almost becomes like a borderline obsession.
Yeah, it's weird.
And it's scary.
Yeah.
And I met like ladies. Y'all might not know this. This is real.
They don't know that.
Nah.
Because nobody said
Nobody talks about that.
I know.
That's real.
Nobody's talking about that.
There's a million different in the world. Women, bodies, type, parts, whatever. But you only want that part, and you can't even with any. It's only what you want.
Something's there.
And then what really gets you as a man is the fact that it's not yours anymore, and somebody else got it.
It's over with.
When you actually think about somebody else getting it,
that's why the wall comes down in your room and everything. Because forget it, it's right here.
There's no worse kind of pain as a man. Y'all don't get it because men, the physical stuff is very important to us as physical.
Yeah, you're gonna love this.
Physical stuff is more important than anything, which is why if you cheat on a man, if it's emotional, like we're mad at you, but it's okay. But if you did something, like you let them get, you'll never recover from it.
Yeah, it's different, man.
That's something that is 100% true, and we probably we have to get into that one because that's real.
That's real.
That's a tough one. Yeah, we're running out of time because it's been like an hour and a half, but that's dope. This was a good one. We were sober. Hope you guys enjoyed. We will be back. Let me know in the comments about that last because I'm getting
last one.
That's a good one. I'm writing that down.
Real.
Yes, that's impact, hard hitting beef. All right, we'll be back ASAP. I love y'all. More content. Yes, the hand signs made it to YouTube. All that stuff. Bye.